I cannot believe this Chevy dealership. They ruined this Silverado, and it's a high country. $1,900 worth of fees brings it to $76,000. Plus, they're going to want to add a dock fee on top of that. So basically, $2,300 in additional BS that they want to add. And look at the wheels they put on this thing. To me, it doesn't make much sense. Yeah, they don't look terrible, I guess, and on certain, maybe a different trim, but on a high country, it just doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, to me. But hey, some people might like it. But the other deal is, this is a small Chevy dealership. It really is. And it's owned by Berkshire Hathaway, but it's really interesting. The inventory they have, it's interesting. I've never seen this many EVs because I used to work for Chevy, but they're changing. They are pushing EVs more now, for sure. EV. Every single one of these is over $50,000, and most of them are over 60. So it doesn't make much sense to me. They don't go far range. They're going to depreciate so bad. How much money are you going to lose if you buy this? And I don't even know what kind of discounts they're giving, but I don't think that much, honestly. They expected a lot of excitement behind the Blazer. $60,000. If you pay anywhere near that, what I'm seeing is EVs generally depreciate. Domestic brands, it's bad. You're looking at nearly 50% depreciation in some EVs that are domestic. It's terrible. I would argue EVs are the worst depreciating vehicles, so you have to be extremely careful. And that's why a lot of people just say, if you're going to be, I hate to say it like this, but stupid enough to buy one, you might as well go ahead and lease one. And leasing, Dave Ramsey calls it fleecing because it's so bad. But, I mean, you're already getting screwed over. At least you'll know your loss. If you're going to buy one of these electric vehicles for $50,000, $60,000, just go ahead and lease the thing. That way you know your loss. But now they're loaded up with these EVs that they're not going to sell. I guarantee you, these are going to be here for a long time. But then, like their affordable cars, they have less affordable cars than $50,000 SUVs that are electric. How many people want to buy a $60,000 electric EV? Not that many people. How many people want to buy a $20,000 to $30,000 car? A lot more people, but they don't supply the dealers with what they need. Let's look at some of the prices on these, because at least they still offer the car. So many manufacturers are getting away. Yeah, $28,000. The reliability on these, they've actually been okay with the little turbo engine. Yeah, 1.5. Obviously, I wouldn't want to keep it for a long time. But hey, if it's a cheap car under warranty, I mean, still 28 grand is not cheap, but for a brand new car, it's not bad in 2024. It's really not. You're gonna not lose as much money in this as you would if you buy one of these Blazers. So it's pretty crazy. You have the additional, basically, to me, with the dock fee, it's $2,300 for that high country up there. In addition, they kind of messed it up with those wheels. It's a high country. It's supposed to be luxurious, not like that. You have all these EVs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 EVs not sold, probably won't sell, probably will be here for hundreds and hundreds of days, costing the dealership a lot of money. And that's why Chevy, they're kind of toning back. Chevy has lost nearly, it's what it's showing online, is $1.6 billion. So Chevy or GM is starting to tone it back a little bit. They know that this is not the near future. Yeah, it might be the future in the future, a long ways away, but they kind of need to focus on a hybrid or something like that, to get you through the next, 10, 15 years. It'd be nice to have a hybrid. That's something that I feel like they really messed up on. But they are keeping the V8. That's one thing I'll give them. They're keeping the V8. They're continuing to invest nearly $1 billion into manufacturing. It seems like a new V8 that's more efficient, that'll keep up with all the regulations they're putting on us and everything. But I think at the end of the day, as these V8s become more fuel efficient, generally, honestly, the reliability goes down. And you guys know, General Motors, they've had a lot of issues with their V8. They've had lifter issues, literally complete lifter issues, complete failure. This one, I'm trying to get a window sticker. Let's check out this Suburban Z71 because it's going to be expensive. This is not a cheap vehicle. But the V8s, they've been going out, to be honest. I hear it's really not fixed either, so it's been quite an issue for a long time. Yeah, $76,000. Whew, that's a lot of money, guys. And literally, I'm going to get a comment. Someone's going to say, I bought my first home for that much. So Prices of these vehicles are still crazy, but Tahoes, Suburbans, they've been expensive for a while. It's definitely not a new thing. But that V8 has had issues as well. Lifters are failing. They have issues. As these V8s become more mandated and more efficient fuel-wise, more shut-off systems, they're probably going to get more and more unreliable. I had a mechanic that told me the 4-cylinder turbo that Chevy puts in their trucks, the 2.7, he said, in his eyes, it's more reliable than the 5.3 or the 6.2. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm still in the middle. I haven't had enough experience, but I can tell you, I've sold a lot of Tahoes, and I've had a lot of them. Literally the week later, their lifter failed. And I'm a huge Chevy guy, I really am. But I'm not a fan of brand new cars breaking down like that, especially the engine. So really interesting. They're stacked up with EVs. They got a $2,000 BS package on that truck. Don't do that, guys. Don't add these BS packages. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Leave your comment down below.